Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all already know who this is. This is Ron the freaking Don. I know I've been MIA, missing in action for a few months, but I've been trying to get my shit together and going through personal things, but now I'm back and I'm gonna be more consistent, alright? But now I noticed that the P. Diddy profile, the P. Diddy case is a high profile case right now in the media that got everyone in all the media outlets in the frenzy. Some people have good reporting, some people have bad reporting. But everybody, that's the latest hot trending topic now. Even Megyn Kelly, a political commentator, you even have political commentators speaking about the high profile Diddy case. I tell you something, right? I go to show you that it's very lucrative and it's a high profile storyline. And it seems like, and I'm gonna have to speak about it as well. Here's my take on it. It seems like everyone is looking at it from Cassie's perspective, as if she's the victim. Everyone depicts her as if she's the victim or whatnot. Okay, she's the victim of domestic violence, because that's what the P. Diddy and Cassie relationship was really about. It was really a domestic violence relationship. That's really all it was, a domestic violence relationship. All right? Yes, it's on camera that Diddy put hands on her, but yet it's also been mentioned that she's just as toxic as Diddy is. That's why they're a perfect match, because they both toxic. You know, so, and not to mention, she was a willing participant in the Freakoffs. She said it in the text. She said it in the text that she's always down for a freak-off. Can y'all picture that? You can't make this shit up. She's a willing participant in the freak-off. She's a consent. And on top of that, it's not like she was in the hotel room. This is numerous freak-offs, by the way. It's not like she was in the hotel room and Diddy didn't tell her, didn't notify her about the freak-offs. It's not like she was in that room. She had to make a split-second decision. He notified her through text, and she responded, "I'm always down for the freak-offs." So if it's through text, she not only was she a willing participant, she had time to respond to the text as well. She had time to think about what she had to say. It's not like me and you is having a conversation in person, whatever, and it's an active conversation. So you may not have as much time to say to thoughtfully process what you're going to say as much as you could over text. Now, somebody can send you a text right now, and you don't even have to respond to the text. Or you could wait hours before you send a reply. And you can give yourself a lot of time to think about what you're going to say and respond to a text. You have a lot of time to think about that. So basically, she thought about what she was going to say, and she said, "I'm always down for the freak-offs." And not only was she a willing participant, she was the one organizing the freak-offs as well. She brought out the male escorts. She's the one that called the male escorts and had a sexual intercourse with the male escorts and gave them an STD, an incurable one, genital herpes. He gave her an STD. So what does that have to say? What do you have to say about that? You know, rather it was her, rather it was Diddy, they was all there. It don't even matter whether it was her or Diddy that did it. They was all there. So they was all having a freak off. They all was willing participants. They all volunteers, like, so it was numerous freak offs. And on top of that, Everyone like to say Cassie was used and abused like a $5 hoe, like a $5 hooker. But she was in a relationship with Diddy for years and years. She even cheated with Diddy on her now current husband. I can't even think of his name right now. It was Stefan, or whatever his name is. Can't properly mention his name right now. But the simp of the year, he even FaceTimed her while she was having an intercourse with Diddy. She declined, and he called back, and she was having an intercourse with Diddy while her husband was FaceTiming her. What part of the game is that? She wasn't even sneaky about it. She was out there forthcoming with it that she was cheating on dude. So how is Cassie the victim? Yes, she's a victim on that one incident when he was beating her on camera. Yes, she was a victim for that incident. But what about the other incidents though? Was she a victim for the other incidents as well? Or not? Oh. So if they had numerous freak-offs and she was in a relationship with Diddy for years, how was she a victim? So that means, how was she a victim? So she had years to think about, while she was in a relationship with Diddy for years, she had years to think about herself being a victim. She had years to leave. So you're saying that Diddy held her captive, kidnapped her for all those years? Y'all really believe that Diddy held Cassie captive for X amount of years? How you're in a relationship with somebody, how you kidnap somebody and you're in a relationship, you in a consensual relationship with them for years while yet you kidnap them. How does that make sense? You kidnap somebody but yet you in a consensual relationship with them. How does that make sense? So you're saying that Diddy chained Cassie to the bed or wherever and held her there for years? She had years to leave. She had years to think about what she was doing. She had years to leave, but yet she stayed. So that means Diddy must not be that bad of a guy to her if she stayed for X amount of years. Am I right? He must not be that bad then, at least in her eyes. He must have been doing her good if she stayed for that amount of years. If she wanted to put up with that amount of abuse, that means he must have sexually abused her real good then. But anyway, Cassie had footage of the freak-offs as well. So come on, there's no way she's a victim yet she has footage of the freak-offs. Like, come on. Everything seems one side. I'm not saying that P. Diddy is a good man. I'm not saying that he's morally correct. I'm not saying that he's morally correct in any way, shape, or form. But when it comes to legally, Diddy is just another common celebrity. He's doing the same thing every other celebrity do, but people just had a problem with it because he pissed the wrong people off. He pissed off the people at Ciroc, and now they want to make an example of him. And you know, big corporations run America anyway. Big corporations run the world. Big corporations run America. So you already know they're just going to make an example out of him. And this is a humiliation ritual because Cassie is no victim. She's no saint. She's just as much of a participant as Diddy is. And so if Diddy goes down, Diddy gets charged, she should get charged as well because she was organizing it as well. So don't believe all that, the hype that she's a victim. Women gotta be held accountable too. If you're an active participant or she made a mistake in judgment what she did, come on, when you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. You lay down with the devil, you make a deal with the devil, it's going to catch up with you. So she should get charged as well because she made a deal with the devil. Cassie's the one that sold her soul to the devil, which is Sean Puffy Combs. But anyway, that's my take on it. And if Diddy is guilty for racketeering and all these other sex trafficking and everything, while Cassie organized it, she should go down. She should get charged as well. But anyway, that'll be it for my take and for this video. I'll catch you on my next video. You like this video, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Peace.